What are we doing over here?
So while we were at the World of Concrete for 2025, we stopped in the Milwaukee booth. And Milwaukee has a new line of thick-kerf circular saw blades. Now, that is not this blade. The new thick-kerf saw blade is part of their Nitrous line. I guess it has a coating on it. I wasn't necessarily puzzled by the performance of Milwaukee's thick-kerf circular saw blade. I was more puzzled by the performance of the competing blade, which was this one here, Diablo's Demo Demon. In their demonstration, this Demo Demon blade, which is a premium blade compared to their standard framing blade, couldn't make it through a single cut, which consisted of a 2x4 with 7 GRK fasteners. The product manager said that they were T25 GRK fasteners. What I did when picking up these screws was just get number 10s that were 3 1/8 inch. This way it will run through almost, you know, the full length of the, or the full width of the 2x4. So I guess you can kind of get an idea of where we're going with all this. I, at this point, have been doing this for a while. Watching that demonstration kind of didn't faze me. I understand that brands need to put their new products first and make their tools and their accessories appear invincible compared to the competition. I am unfazed. I'm not saying that I accept it, I'm just saying I'm unfazed. I will let you know though, the internet was insulted. We have comment after comment after comment on all social media platforms saying that Milwaukee's test was pretty much
A sham.
a sham. Milwaukee Tool, you make great products, you make great accessories, you make great tools. You're doing too much.
Doesn't mean somebody else's isn't good.
Yeah, like you could just say yours is great and people will buy it. You don't need to make these tests like not realistic. I didn't want the trouble that's going to go along with this video, frankly, but I'm doing it for everyone that left comments saying it was insulting and that the test was not real. And if I'm not invited to Milwaukee's pipeline event this year for 2025, you'll know why. Because they don't like when we do this. They don't want me shooting holes through their testing.
Well, this is certainly an important one to do because that Demo Demon is very common to what I would be running and what a lot of you out there are probably running on a daily basis. So I'm really interested to know, is it going to cut it?
I gotta be honest with you, I was unfazed by the test. I knew it didn't seem on the level because this is their standard framing blade. We've run this through the Nasty Sandwich, and that's a common demonstration from Diablo. Like, they're not just cutting 7 number 10 screws in a 2x4. They're cutting lag fasteners, regular mild steel and stainless steel, flashing, shingles, and veneer, all sandwiched together with this standard blade that's like $9. We're gonna replicate the test to the best of our ability. They had 7 of those screws or fasteners, 1 foot apart. These are multi-purpose wood screws with a T25. The bit was included, pretty nice. Okay, these are number 10s, 3 1/8 of an inch. We'll just drive them flush. Some of you, in watching that video, came up with a whole bunch of what you thought you were actually seeing in the testing from Milwaukee. I gotta be honest with you, like, there are so many variables there. I don't really know exactly what it could have been. Any of that I would share here would be speculation. We are running this test for the first time. Maybe there's some nuance to Milwaukee's circular saw, the speed, the torque. Maybe the Demo Demon can't make the cut. I don't know.
I'm interested to see, certainly.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this 2x4, we're gonna put this in here, then we're gonna stand this one on edge. Can you line me up there, please? What's a single cost? So this is $10.97. So this would be, yeah, it would be more in line with their standard framing blade. It's in between, depending on what sales are going on and such. So what we have is Milwaukee's. This is their newest circ saw blade, their fuel circ saw. This could be the reality is that this could be a reason for the Demo Demon not to make it through. These circular saws operate at somewhat of a higher RPM compared to other circular saws. Maybe that makes a difference. Maybe it doesn't.
So they've geared that blade to that saw?
Maybe. Yes, maybe that thick-kerf blade is geared towards this saw. It's a possibility. The other thing is that Milwaukee's gone with a thick-kerf as opposed to more common to the era right now, thin-kerf. Thin-kerf is optimized for coreless tools. You could also use it with corded tools, but when I say optimized for cordless tools, the thinner the kerf, and the kerf is the width of the actual carbide that's making the cut through the material, it's thinner. That means there's less drag, less resistance.
Less torque required.
It's less power required to make the cut. So you're getting more battery and tool life from using that blade. Whoa, I think that's like the first time I've ever had.
It's a perfect peel.
It's the first time it's ever peeled. Now here's the deal. The Demo Demon, unlike the traditional framing blade from Diablo, this does not say thin-kerf. This does say tracking point for corded, for cordless, or cordless. So they're not saying that there. Milwaukee, you got some splaining to do.
I'm curious to see how many cuts of that it would make, not just if it could do it. I mean, I don't see a lot of damage to the carbides.
Do I make another cut? It doesn't even necessarily matter that we can go on to make multiple cuts through here. It literally made it through all 7 T25 GRK fasteners in the 2x4. Yes, very clean, very clean. So my question is, how did they arrive at a result where this blade couldn't make it through 3 or 4 screws without blowing out every single carbide on this blade? There's not a single carbide missing here. There's not even any portion or broken parts of the carbide. Like,
I'm not seeing any burning. I didn't hear any like binding
there's
up.
literally not any burning, nothing here. There's nothing here. So once again, like, here's the deal. When I say that I don't get invited because of this type of stuff, it's the truth. You could believe it or you could not believe it, okay? But I'm going to give Milwaukee Tool if you're watching, upper management, here's my best piece of advice. You have a group of loyal followers, people that buy your tools, that know you make a great product. They're going to buy it if your product competes compared to the competition. They're going to buy it. Why do you continue to set yourselves up in this type of situation to appear as though you're a bunch of liars?
I'm glad that you proved that we could still use the Demo Demon on job sites and cut through this kind of stuff. I was getting concerned for a second that it couldn't do it.
I wasn't concerned at all, at any point. My question is, what did they do in that demonstration to make this blade fail so badly? And more importantly, why? I think the idea behind these smoke and mirror tests are that maybe a small percentage of people that are watching don't dig any deeper and just assume that maybe this Diablo product is not good or is inferior, and will then in turn just pick up that Milwaukee blade. Like that's the tactic being used to sell more circular saw blades from Milwaukee? I don't even think it's necessary.
It's not.
All intact. Let me know down in the comments section below. Are you as disappointed as I am in Milwaukee Tool?